3 children and 2 adults are recovering after being exposed to a chemical mixture at the Mercy Healthplex in Anderson. Chancellor Wynn joins us at the alert desk. What happened here?
So, Tricia, the Anderson Township Fire Department tells us that the Mercy Healthplex in Anderson had to be evacuated tonight after chemicals were accidentally mixed together in the pool area. Now, 5 people, 3 children and 2 adults were taken to the hospital as a result, but we are told that those injuries are minor, just respiratory irritation and some trouble breathing. Now, according to the battalion chief with the Anderson Township Fire Department, Sean Smith, he says that 7 more people were treated on scene here at the Anderson Mercy Healthplex. Now, Chief Smith tells me that the chemicals were sulfuric acid and chlorine bleach, which once combined caused a vapor in the pool area, forcing the building to be evacuated around 6 p.m. Now, for about 2 hours, the fire department and Greater Cincinnati Hazmat helped ventilate the area and remove the excess chemicals out of the pool. And around 8 o'clock, they got the all clear that everybody could return inside of the building. Now, we are also told that the pool area is going to be remained closed throughout tonight, and the Anderson Township Fire Department is still investigating, trying to determine exactly how those chemicals were accidentally combined. At the alert desk, Chancellor Wynn, Fox 18 Now.
They need to really come and fix like every single apartment and every single townhome.
But this building need to be cleaned up.
We have been hearing from residents who live in apartments owned by REM Capital after the city of Cincinnati filed a lawsuit against them. It claims the company maintains substandard living conditions. Let's look at some of it. And tonight they held a meeting to talk about what's being included in the lawsuit and to take steps to try to find new ownership. Brady Williams was at the meeting and he is live now with more. Brady, how many people showed up to the meeting?
I would say there were around 24, maybe a little bit more at this meeting tonight. The idea behind this is to get them on that lawsuit. The way it stands right now, it's just the city suing this ownership group. The idea here is if they conglomerate together, they get legal representation, they can find a way onto this lawsuit and have a say in what happens.
So they've come together and they're going to form a resident association so that they'll have a voice in the lawsuit that the city filed against the owner.
Attorney Nick DiNardo with the Legal Aid Society of Greater Cincinnati explained that Legal Aid is offering to represent this newly formed resident association for free. The residents of REM Capital-owned buildings are now linked in this association with the hope of intervening in an active lawsuit brought forward by the city.
And so what we want the tenants to do is to be joined as a party in the case so that they'll be able to tell the court, give input on the appointment of a receiver or what they think the court should order the owner to do.
Finding that receiver, he says, is a priority. A receiver would be a new manager that's appointed if the court decides REM Capital doesn't deserve the property.
What the city would have to show in their complaint is that the current owner is not maintaining the properties, and it's what's called a public nuisance, that the conditions there are so bad that it meets this standard where the court should appoint someone else to manage the property.
With the resident association created and Legal Aid on board to represent them, the next steps, DiNardo says, are to get them on the lawsuit and push for that receiver so tenants can see their complaints taken care of.
That process usually takes several months, but that's something we'll be trying to push the judge to do as quickly as possible.
So a part of this is going to be building their case, right? There are around 20 people there. There were at least 800 or more different tenants that are represented by this. People with the city explain that in order to build a case here, you have to have complaints actually filed. So the Building Commission, Health Department, both recommended calling 311. If you call them, you can have services come and check out the apartment. That starts to build up a list of different things that have been reported officially. And something else that they really stress here is that a property ownership group cannot, in the state of Ohio, retaliate against someone who reports any kind of issue with their home. Reporting live, Brady Williams alongside photojournalist Chris Waldman for Fox 19 Now.
Brady,